still left with the decision of whether or not they want to still run that Lina as their mid and go for a another support here if they put the Lina in that 4 position. I feel like, especially with knowing like Nip, they would really want to hold on to Lina core because Limp plays it so well. And sure enough, they're going to go for Keeper of the Light here. Do you think they can still, because earlier they banned away the Wisp, because it works fairly well with the Gyrocopter, but also during the laning phase, Legion Commander Wisp is an incredibly powerful dual off lane. The survivability between the two of them is insane. Can they run a dual lane of any kind here between Legion Commander and Coddle? You just spam out Chakra Magic and overwhelming odds a whole bunch?
That's what they're going to try to do. Will it work? I don't know. It kind of depends on how Tusk plays and Visage. Like, if they get level 2 pretty fast, then you have the Snowball plus the Shards for the block as well as the Slow and the Soul Assumption, then you're going to have a tough time staying in that lane. Coddle's just going to instantly feed or something. Well, it just depends because Legion Commander, he has the press the attack. So if he can do that immediately after someone gets snowballed on, then he can just, take away the stun, heal them up, and they can also counterplay themselves because they'll have Coddle Blast as well as overwhelming odds. So it's going to be very interesting to see this 2v3 lane.
All right, as you guys can see, I had XSplit crash on me earlier. So we'll fix those caster names.
It's fine, now it's not.
All right, let's see. Coddle, Jonas Fan, dual lane. Looks like they're going to be running full aggression into the enemy jungles here. See if they can get that early pick off. My Nuts with the boots first is trying to get an early ward down, but will actually not be able to get it out in time before Nipper here. Still, though, he sees the invasion coming, and much like Paul Revere, he's going to run back, warning his allies.
Yep. Good invasion. They're not going to let Alliance do the same thing as they did last game. Just get away with their jungling, but there's no Chen this time, no Enchantress. I guess they could have still warded off the jungle in case Bulldog wanted to go back and jungle, but instead just going to be blocking off this one. They're pulling camp here. Contention over the top rune.
As always, the danger of fighting up against the Iranian side, especially top rune. You just lack so much vision, so they will be able to take it. Oh, they actually got I didn't notice it. They got an aggressive ward.
It's already been countered.
Yep, there goes the block ward.
There went all their efforts. Where was the other sentry? Oh, it was given to Ake. I think they even know that this ward was placed middle, and they're gonna counter ward it or something. Yep, that looks to be the case.
Yeah, Ake's coming on in. Okay, we'll just place down the... Whoa, maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's just here to harass back Limp. A little bit. Small grave chill. Let's talk about that dual lane, though. The Keeper of the Light and Legion Commander. So they're really going to try and put as much pressure on Loda as possible. You can see My Nuts, though, is making sure Seal Kid camp forward. The Legion Commander can go ahead. But Keeper of the Light, it will not earn a free pass.
On the other side, Bulldog once again pulling the wave a bit. You got 2 creeps here, so it's looking good. This time it's not going to be as successful, and
a little bit too slow. Seal Kids, they went for the Ice Shards block off, but Ake wasn't close enough to really take advantage of that. If they had like a grave chill at the same time, they could even kill the Keeper of the Light, but looks like S4 having some issues. Earlier, we were having some server problems as well. Problems all around here for Dota 2. Great stuff.
He doesn't need to cast spells.
Half of his spells don't need to go off. It's fine.
I mean, it's not like he's sitting on 0 HP now because of that.
Yeah, he's at a serious loss of regen. Burned through 1 Tango and still probably has to pop a healing salve while Limp is sitting there. Hasn't even touched his regeneration. At this point in time, Lina's really going to be able to press the advantage against S4 in the harassment game.
Back into it. See if we get the go sign.
And he's even beating him out in CS as well. Limp might be able to like pick up the bottle before S4 does as well. This will just be purely playing off regeneration. He should be able to beat S4. Look at this. I think even Loda was going to run over and try and land Steel Kid, but they couldn't control him for long enough. Yoda-Sampon's getting a lot of farm, and this is also one of his favored offlaners. Yoda-Sampon, even going back to MLG, ran the Legion Commander, even though it didn't go very well for him. That was one of the few times you'll see Ag's Legion. Can they actually kill him? 4 seconds? If he runs into the creep wave, he might have died from an overwhelming odds, but they're not going to play any games with it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ponskin needs to start shoving Admiral Bulldog out of this lane. We all know Bulldog on Furion. You can't give him space. Otherwise, he's just going to wreck it with you early.
Yeah, he had a really good build last game, too. Just going for the Orchid. And on this lane.
Here, I thought for a second that S4 was drunk.
He actually has 100% mana. Like, he hasn't casted anything, and that
shouldn't
make
happen,
any
right?
sense.
Yeah.
That's why. So there's definitely something wrong. In the meanwhile, maybe I'll look at my audio thing.
All right. Well, maybe we'll have a remake.
Everyone's got problems, man. Everyone.
Yeah. Everyone's got problems. I hope you guys are enjoying all the ESL Dota that's happening. We are going to be casting ESL qualifiers until this Sunday, I believe. It actually wraps up pretty quickly. We should have our finals on Sunday. Blitz and I will be doing the casting for both Southeast Asia as well as the European finals. Toby's going to be going off to Paradise, that Paradise Gaming tournament for both CSGO and Dota. What a multi-game caster he is. Anyway, so every single day, starting at 11 CAST, we do Southeast Asia, and then starting at 17 CAST, we go into Europe. Tomorrow, we'll actually have the opportunity to, we're going to start off with New Team versus Na'Vi. New Team, Go Black's team, actually beat Power Rangers in order to move on and face up against Na'Vi, so that'll be the first opportunity to see the new Na'Vi squad with their new player PSM, formerly of Yellow Submarine. Whoever wins that will move up against Vega Squadron, who obviously just beat MFF in our previous series. And then we'll also have the other series, which is Empire, facing up against the Team 5 Jungs. All right, looks like we're going to have a remake. They're going to play it out till the 2-minute mark and then try and load from 2 minutes. All right. Or not. We're going to try it one more time. Summertime. All right, let's try this shindig again, shall we? Man, Admiral Bulldog doesn't even have mana, not even for TP away, and he's still playing it so aggressively. He's got that boot spurts, which is doing him probably a lot of courage. They try and gank him up. The slow just isn't enough. He's able to sneak himself away ahead of Nip, and even if they do like manage to catch him in a scenario where he's in some trouble, he'll just TP out. He'll just relocate away now that he's got enough mana for it. Alright, seems like everything's okay now. So we'll see if S4 can actually claw his way back into this game. S4 trading some shots. He does have Minuts coming in from the side. They will be able to get the snowball. Ice Shards is ready to go as well. With Bulldog on the side, they should have enough firepower to get Limp and claim that first blood. Hanskin trying to save his ally. Unfortunately, comes in just a bit too late. He was level 2 and everything. Even could have gotten the Cold Embrace if he was just there a bit sooner. Loda. He's actually not doing too bad in CS. He's actually really good in that regard, but still, Jonas Amfan is getting pretty much everything he ever wanted out of this offlane. Missing out on that clarity, too. Continue to be able to spam out more and more overwhelming odds between both him and the Chakra Magic. Ryu, are you trying to talk to me? Because, good lord, you are very quiet. Oh, Hanskin going to be caught here. S4 going to join him. And the 4-minute mark has arrived. And it looks like we are going to have a remake.
Wow, a remake. All right.
Yeah, you're super quiet. It's definitely on you. Man, I thought it was on me. Whew.
Something definitely wrong with the mixer, I think.
Something's definitely wrong with what?
My audio mic mixer.
Alright, well. We're going to have a remake at least. So there's always that. Hit the play tab, everything goes bad. Alright. Let's do this, shall we? Let's play some music. Everyone relax. It's going to be okay. Alright, apparently there's currently... Oh, okay, they do want to try. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so there's going to be a quick test here. There's some sort of lag. Apparently there's a Dota issue at hand. Oh, man. You know what sucks? They give up on the Winter Wyvern kill. I'm not sure if that just... if the Winter Wyvern was there because they knew the 4-minute mark were out. Either way, they're now going to have a Winter Wyvern up here at the top lane. They're no longer trying to shut down Bulldog at all. They're just going to dedicate all their time to continuing to put pressure at top. So Era's left with a potential 1 versus 1 matchup, but Bulldog is actually going to go and jungle. And with no creep spotting for that first 4-minute wave, we're left with even less action. Both teams just sitting back waiting for the next creep wave to come in. Ryu, are you?
know,
Yes.
we're just gonna cast this.
What?
Hello?
Hello. What's up?
I'm just gonna cast my other mic. It's fine.
You're just gonna cast the other mic? Okay. Oh my! Oh my god! Oh my god! They're actually gonna go for my nuts as well, trying to slow him down. Snowball goes out. Yonosafan and Hanskin are just waiting for their opportunity to get the kill on the Tusk. Couple of right clicks and they'll get it. Oh my god, that was beautiful.
That was amazing.
That was 1,000 range, 100 to 0. Hanskin is actually going to be caught now by S4. Yonosafan heals him up with that press the attack, but now he no longer has that save. S4 blinks right into the wave, but he doesn't really care. They're going for Hanskin desperately, and they will have the magic damage necessary to get the kill. Still, though, it's a 2-for-1 exchange as Nip start backing themselves away, and Limp is left alone solo now to push that middle tower.
Oh, Regent, are you serious right now?
S4, the Rune
That's
God.
That's what?
Yeah, now he's going to go for Era, using this regeneration as best he can. And he should be dead here. He's got a TP, unless he TPs right now. Maybe he will. Call down, TP out. He's good. Well played. He actually gets away. I still cannot believe that. The combination there. Illuminate, overwhelming odds, and Splinter Blast. All like 1,000 range nukes.
If they didn't even have Wyvern up there, they wouldn't have got the kill. That was the best part, that rotation. It was needed.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the old Fnatic aggro tri-lane that they did with Phantom Lancer, Keeper of the Light, and Earthshaker. And it was all like super long-range nukes.
Reminds me of Cloud9 2 when they did Naga, Coddle, and Wisp. That was just brutal stuff.
What do you think about Era? Is this purely because he's dealing with Treants that he goes for the extra level of flat cannon over Rocket Brush?
You know, sometimes I wonder myself what to do, but against a Furion, I would definitely max flat cannon. Like, there's no reason to ever go for max Rocket Barrage in this scenario. That's the only reason I would do the same.
Loda, oh, the double nukes. He is being threatened so hard.
They need like a ward right here or something.
Yeah, anywhere in this like
here,
area.
So, because Keeper likes to hide here sometimes, or he'll blast from up here.
Oh man, I mean he's getting really good CS still, but it's gotten to the point he can't afford to stick around. Maybe he needs to go for the Morbid Mask and start going jungle. Just because this constant spam out from the Legion Commander is creating so many issues for him.
Yeah, he went to the jungle. He took your advice. Doesn't have the Morbid Mask though. Just gonna truck back to base, and S4 carrying a DD. See what he can get done with this rune. He's gonna be flying out a TP.
They've now got level 6 on Yonosafan, so MyNuts has to play really careful
Bulldog
here.
gonna get caught out right here. Gonna get the stun onto him. Laguna Blade rates him.
Nice pick off, 3-2 now. Top lane, Ake is actually coming up to help the poor Tusk. But I don't think there's anything they can do about this combination. I think they had to like somehow shut them out early, and that's just too difficult. Looks like they're going to try and force the fight nonetheless. Maybe go for Seal Kid in the background first. kind of fear that Jonas Fon's going to be too tough to deal with. They're going to go for him anyway, slowing him down. He does get the press the attack. Admiral Bulldog's coming in as well. The blast about to go off, and oh, the ice shards as well as the spread actually knocked him out. He gets a really good blast off. Era comes forward, but it's not enough. They're actually turning fire now. Era needs to be able to get out of here desperately. S4 comes forward, able to get the last bit of damage necessary. Hanskin has to back himself away underneath the tower. S4 with the double damage rune, not going to be able to do much. Almost enough. S4 blinks away just in time, gets a triple kill, and now Jonas Fon going to go down as well. Loda finds the extra pickoff, 3-6 now as Alliance handedly taking that team fight. Nip just being a bit too brave.
Yeah, it's really hard to go on Alliance when you have 0 stuns. Like their only stun is maybe, you know, Cold Embrace later on, and if Legion had used Duel there, she would have gotten immediately erased, and Lina was not there, so it's hard to catch these heroes when they're all there. But and Gyro just went a little bit too deep. He thought he had enough after the call down to do a lot of damage, but then his team wasn't really behind him. He's like, oh wait, where'd everybody go? And then he just kind of got ditched, and then they just kept falling like dominoes after that.
Yeah, it's
But
funny.
Jonas
Nip were actually
Jonas
looking good before that fight, but Jonas Fon really wants this one. Loda still has the doppelganger though. It's dangerous. Brings him a bit lower, but just the constant reinforcements that can come in from Alliance. TPs, of course, the ever-present teleport out from the Furion. So instead, they go back to their regular lanes.
That last team fight really helps out my nuts too, getting closer to that level 6 and everything. And once these supports get level 6, you can have Visage too. Okay, getting base mid lane. I just, Whose supports do you give the edge to? Because right now, Limp though, or not Limp, in bottom lane, he's almost got his 6-2. Wyvern, Ulti, Tusk, Snowball.
I mean, I feel like Winter Wyvern is a really good counter to the Tusk. You've got the Cold Embrace. When you see the Snowball coming, you can hopefully like block all the damage that comes out from the Walrus Punch. The natural grouping mechanism of the Snowball, if you ever bring allies in, is countered by the Winter's Curse as well. They're going to turn it around, trying to get off the Winter's Curse, but they're not going to be able to get in time. Oh no! Hanskin just wasn't quite level 6. If they had one creep die there, he would have picked up his level 6, and maybe they could have locked down S4 underneath that ultimate, but wasn't in time, and Gyrocopter's life is forfeit because of that. One experience point away.
Just so many things are going right now for Alliance, and I guess one thing is they still have Jonas Fan. They really need to get him his fast Blink Dagger up here, and once they can do that, they can start getting the pickoffs. They also need Yules on Lina, which I think that's coming out, right? No, he needs one more component. Alright, it's Limp's turn. Picking up a haste rune. He's got a TP. He can make something happen on the map.
Yeah, but without the Yule's Scepter, it's going to be a bit more difficult, especially with the way that Alliance have been responding to each other's need pretty well. Seal Kid spamming away. Net worth-wise, he's not as healthy as I was hoping in the charts. Only 1,600. Perhaps that last bad team fight really sent him back. They're going to try and take this Tier 1 tower, though, away from Alliance. They've rotated the Phantom Lancer down to the bottom lane, no longer trying to pair him against the Legion Commander's natural counter.
Yeah.
Do you agree with his...
I wonder if he would go for like, oh, he's not even going Blink right now.
Yeah.
He's just going for...
I was going to talk about that. Plate Mail first over the Blink. Do you agree with that? Because I feel like the jump in and duel would be a very good way to lock down heroes like PL and the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, I don't agree with this. This is... I don't know. They need catch, and that's the only catch hero besides their Lina.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they're just thinking the Winter's Curse is going to do all the work, and Lina could be their philosophy.
Yeah, maybe they also, after that lost team fight, don't feel that they're in enough offensive position to go for an item like the Blink Dagger, falling back on perhaps the more defensive Blade Mail. Bottom lane.
No, S4.
Yeah, S4, the first reveal of that Yule's Scepter will catch out the mid of Alliance. Shut him down. That's a cool killing spree now going to Limp as well.
Man, looking at the CS discrepancy, holy cow. Limp's got 40, on S4. He's currently 1.6k ahead of him too, and S4 is the second in net worth here. He's going to be going for that Orchid. Can't blame him, but he's going to be susceptible to all these ganks now from Lina, from the duels. I mean,
Phantom Lancer. He knows.
he's just kidding.
He knows what's happening. He sits away from that creep wave, knowing that the moment he comes forward, he's going to be hit by a blast and overwhelming odds. So he just stays back until it pushes into his tier 2 tower. If you need extra catch, does the Lina maybe go for the Blink Dagger? And instead of the Aghanim Scepter? Obviously, Ags afterwards.
That's a good question. Normally we see either Lina get either Blink or Shadow Blade sometimes. So, wondering how aggressive he wants to play. The safe, normally the safe choices are Ags or Bloodstone, just so you get the tank ability.
Oh, Limp. Self-Fueled Scepter. They do also have the Gyrocopter ultimate being dropped down, but Limp just gets smoked. Era is going to back himself away. Winter's Curse gets laid out. Minuts is actually just barely going to die to that one. Great read by Hanskin, seeing that he had just enough damage to be able to get that kill.
Well, I don't know how I feel about that, because you just traded your highest net worth for a tower and a kill. I think in the end that's good for Alliance, but they still got the tower, which is more map control to NIP.
Oh, yeah,
here they go.
He's going to be able to get rid of that Shadow Strike, but there's still a lot of damage coming back. The Blade Mill's there, but it's not going to return enough damage. It's split between the 4 different people who are all attacking Jonas and Vaughn, so it's...
If he could have just saved it one more second, he would have gotten rid of the slow from PL, and then he would have gotten away, but
yeah,
just a little too late.
Oh, it's actually going to be a Shadow Blade instead for Limp, it looks like.
Yep. Going to be playing really aggressive this game.
It's a great way to be able to catch out the Phantom Lancer specifically, right? Because it's harder to be able to Eul's Scepter, Light Strike Array him because he can always Doppelganger out. So if you can instead lead with the Shadow Blade and just throw Light Strike Array down instantly, there's no chance, right, for him to be able to get away before you issue your whole combo.
Yeah, and sometimes you might mess up your Eul's combination, like maybe, and if you miss it on Queen of Pain too, you'll just blink away. So this just ensures that you'll have easy way to scout. It also has a good attack speed, so it's a good farming item as well. A lot of damage. Scouting. All right. So what's the next objective for NIP here? Oh well. Speaking of objectives, Alliance.
Orchid and a Roshan, it seems, for Alliance. They have enough power, apparently. Oh, they've got the medallion. Yeah. Ake already has his medallion, so between him and Admiral Bulldog, they very easily take Roshan.
No,
they're going to spot it out, though. The illusions come forward. They already orchid it up, and now the turnaround comes in as Limp and Hanskin realize this is their opportunity to be able to go inside the Roshan pit, but it's only just the 2 of them. S4 comes out. Eul's Scepter already being placed on him. They're going to go for this kill. Light Strike Array lands. Laguna Blade. They get the kill nice and quick. Winter's Curse on Ake as well. A great startup for Nip. Snowball onto 3. Might just say Emerald Bulldog as he's managed to just barely teleport away, but 3 heroes go down on the side of Alliance, and Roshan down to half HP. Nip will take control of it.
Oh my goodness, Bulldog didn't have his Orchid up. I think he used it on Roshan.
Yeah, he used it on the Illusion. The Illusion came in for the Lina.
Oh yeah, the Illusion, that's right.
Yeah.
That lost them big time. Very unfortunate. And then I thought he would just TP away and they would just get out, but instead they kept going for the Roshan. And S4 just coming in, getting picked off there. Good positioning by NIP, and there goes the Aegis.
Yeah, they've got Aegis now on the Lina, as well as that Shadow Blade that we were talking about earlier, so you can start hunting down the Nature's Prophet, Queen of Pain, and that Phantom Lancer, who Loda is going to go a bit of the farming route. Drums, Boots of Travel, picked up. We'll see if this Blade of Alacrity goes into a Yasha, or if he starts working towards the fighting build of Diffusal. A lot of farm in this top lane. Jonas and Vaughn will gladly collect most of it. And
he's going for Bulldog, and he got the snipe.
Oh, no, Limp. He's now going to be able to get away with the Shadow Blade as well.
He had an Invis rune, man. Talk about double invisibility.
And with Blink Dagger coming in on the Legion Commander, this is going to solve many of the initiation problems that we were talking about earlier. Nip taking a pretty good lead here now. 5,000 gold lead, almost by the 20-minute marker. Sange first for Gyro. He's about to finish up his full SNY. He's also got the Helmet Dominator to stack up these Ancients, so even though he is going a bit of a mid-game build, there's enough farm out of that Helmet Dominator that he should go into the late game pretty decent. Obviously, they don't want to go too late against a Phantom Lancer. Never a great idea, but 30, 35 minutes, I imagine this Gyrocopter is going to be rather farmed. But we'll see how Nip are able to hold onto the advantage that they've got right now. Whether or not they'll be able to utilize this Aegis for another team fight. Right now, Alliance probably going to be looking at split pushing for the most part.
Yeah, they have to play keep away right now from Alliance. You can't fight into the Aegis. You have to wait it out. Maybe make a smoke play on someone on the opposite side of the map. You can even kill Limp, right? If you have Dust and you expect he's just farming aggressively alone, you can make that play. But NIP doing the smart thing here. Just going to group up, take this tier 2.
Yeah, between the early damage of both the Legion Commander as well as Arlena, they'll take this tier 2 tower down before Alliance even get on top of the middle one. Lodo's trying to push out the bottom lane, but it's like hitting it with a wet noodle. Solutions just aren't going to do nearly enough damage. Maybe now with the rest of Alliance coming in force, they can take this one. Nip, though, I'm sure would gladly oblige if they could. They don't actually have a TP on the Winter Wyvern to start with.
They got 2 Sentry Wards down, looking at everything here. Probably misplaced one of them, but still.
Looks like 2 supports placed it at the same time.
Yeah, they did. They did. They had the same mindset.
Hanskin and Limp are coming in from the side. They do have that Smoke Up, Winter's Curse, Laguna Blade. This is a combination that can burst anybody down. Jonas Afon's going to be the first target here. Already being bursted down. The Blade Mill returns some damage. The question is, can Nip still fight this one? Good Winter's Curse. This could mean everything. Winter's Curse on Admiral Bulldog. Yule Scepter, Light Strike Array lands on 2. They'll boast down Bulldog and be able to clean up Ake as well. Minuts on the side, barely managing to get out of that one. Still a 2-for-1 exchange to the favor of Nip as they now chase away the familiars as well. Oh, yeah, long range. Pew. 1 down.
I'd say that's a really good trade for Alliance. Now they're pressuring mid lane, and S4 didn't die as well as Loda. They both got out, both of the cores, and that's just more space for them to farm. And I think you're happy when you trade in that situation.
Lim still has that Aegis. If Nip want to continue to try and do that, some of that 5-banning, take down these tier 2 towers. Seal Kids, do they have a mech hero? I'm just not seeing. They don't, right? So Seal Kid is bypassing the mech, or maybe he's just going value point booster, but either way, he's not going to be picking up his mech right away.
I mean, if you get Ags in the daytime, that's twice the mech. It does, yeah, the double heal of mech. So you'll have the infinite blinding lights you can cast too, as well as the recall.
Yeah,
I think it's way better to get that instead of mech. Just a personal preference, I guess, for a lot of players too.
Do you think you'd go back for the mech after the Ags, or is it just too late in the game at that point?
It's a good question.
I think you would because of Guardian Greaves, right?
Yeah, everyone wants Guardian Greaves and Solar Crest. Not losing my voice.
Regen, my nuts. Oh, Snowball. And now he should be caught. Now he doesn't have an escape. Blown up immediately. Limp is now level 16. If he can get that Aghanim Scepter, he'll be a pretty happy camper. He'll be able to one-shot even such cores as like Admiral Bulldog's Nature's Prophet, who's only sitting on 834 HP. Still, though, look at our Visage. He's now got that Solar Crest. See if his burst damage between him and S4 able to kill Winter Wyvern before. Yep, they're able to stop that blink and orchid it up. Hanskin has no escape away from this one. He knows it too.
No, that's what they need to do. Meanwhile, Loda might be picked off himself. He's going to be scouting out here. Oh, he might just miss him. Nope, they find him.
Yeah. They know, or at least they should know that's Illusions. Jonas Ampon may still be able to find the real one, though. Illusion runs into him. Unfortunately, they missed their opportunity. Yonasamfan still not able to get a duel off.
Best thing about this game though is NIP have so many counters for Loda. And this PL is not going to be getting that much. They have Gyro. I would say even Lina is a really good counter. She'll probably even go into a Shiva's next or something. And they just have so much AoE to deal with PL. So it's kind of on the other heroes. But I don't know what the other heroes of Alliance can do. Bulldog's going for an Axe. I mean, they just realize that they have to split push as much as possible. Can't really win team fights anymore.
Man, you don't see very much Furion right now, but an Aghanim's Furion, it's going to be very interesting.
Oh, he had the haste rune. If you didn't have haste rune.
Yeah, they had vision of him, but looks like Limp will be able to get away to safety. Alliance still sticking around this bottom lane, but Yonasafan's waiting for his victim. This middle lane's pushing, and he's just waiting for someone to TP back and defend. But no one from Alliance is going to oblige. They're sticking very close, making sure that no one gets caught out alone. Oh, Admiral Bulldog just now shows up. That's what Yonasamfan was waiting for.
Well, meanwhile, yeah, I'm just going to go back to split pushing here. The thing is, NIP have BKB now on the Gyro. So there's no way they can deal with that. And this is when NIP can do whatever they want. Like, they can just bully Alliance back on their side of the map, maybe go for a Roshan, take some tier 2s.
$12,000 net worth on both the Lina as well as the Gyrocopter. Meanwhile, our PL only at 10K.
S4. He's going to have to go for a BKB, I would assume. This Lina is just too much. And the worst part about it, even if he goes for the BKB, Lina can just Shadow Blade around and find him. And the BKB still won't help. He's picked off alone.
It's like BKB is the next item for our Legion Commander. BKB Era actually already has his and can start working towards that butterfly? Or do you think MKB? Which is the better damage item here? If you're looking at purely just the offensive part, would you prefer the butterfly with the extra attack speed or the MKB with the bit of extra damage? Oh, there goes the Queen of Pain. Limp is actually moving for more here. Admiral Bulldog may be caught as Eul Scepter goes down. He's got another Light Strike array, but the man fight, Limp doesn't care. You take away his spells, he still puts out fire. You can't beat that one, not as a tree man.
Yeah, this Lina's on fire, man. This is too much. Then that's double kill. Alliance days kind of look numbered here. It's looking really hard for him. And not to mention, like, Visage can't do anything in this game. You have Fiery Soul as well as Flak Cannon. Oh, I feel so bad. There might not be any duels in this game, but they don't even need them.
Yeah, they really don't. They're already pressuring that tier 3 tower. In fact, it's going to go down before S4 is up. Nuts just trying to clear through some of the creeps. Meanwhile, Loda's pushing down that tier 2 in the bottom lane, but looks to be a melee Rax could go down without much of a fight. Alliance, oh, they're going to fight now. The melee Rax isn't dead just yet. Air's going to be on the front lines trying to finish that one up. He does have the BKB, so he's ready when the time is necessary. BKB goes off, finishes off the melee Rax. Now they can start backing themselves up if they want. Got the objective. And Alliance, are they going to let him get away for free? They're looking to be able to pursue.
They have to pursue here. They have to.
Loda's already slowing down Yonasamfan as a start. Light Strike array, a little bit off the mark there. Does stop the illusion at the very least. But now they've kind of run out of steam. If anything, Nipper going to be able to turn things around. Loda's going to be the target. There goes the duel of the game. Oh, nice save! What a beautiful snowball, but Loda still dies in the end. Nuts in the background trying to go for Seal Kit, but he's already down and out. S4. He's now going to try and finish up Yonasamfan. The magic damage just isn't enough. The Cold Embrace heal. Now the nuke from the Visage. Still not enough. Ake will fall. Double kill for Era. And ooh, S4. He actually still wants to be able to go for Yonasamfan, but he's not going to be able to catch him. Yonasamfan sneakily ran up rather than straight backwards. And he'll be okay. Instead, S4 will find the Ancient stack, but will that really mean anything? Era's already far enough ahead of the Phantom Lancer. In fact, he's going to clear through his stack now.
I mean, to go back to your question with the MKB and Butterfly, I think he'll go for MKB just because I don't think he needs the attack speed because he has that in the Legion Commander. You just saw it in the mid lane. They use the press the attack for the attack speed, and I know you get Butterfly for the evasion as well, but we'll see what he wants to do.
Yeah, the evasion would definitely be nice against the illusions, and I feel like normally the Butterfly would definitely be the option. It's just, I feel like you would go MKB if you maybe feel like so far ahead that you just want to be able to dish out as much damage with every flat cannon shot as possible.
The only reason why he'd get it this game is because of the Solar Crest on the Visage. Like, and then make sure you ensure maximum amount of DPS where you don't miss anything, but securing your own survivability is always good too.
Trying to go for Roshan, but Era, he's running right into this one, and he's got his BKB ready to go. Already slowed down some of these heroes, but unfortunately the rest of his allies couldn't really help out. Oh, never mind, they found a S4 Queen of Pain. That's gone. Limp just deletes that hero, and it looks like they're going to go for more. Jonas Savant has a duel, and he wants to use it, but he doesn't really have any backup from his allies, so that's not going to happen. Going back over, looks like My Nuts, some sort of re-engage here, but that's not going to work out real for him. He's going to be dueled up.
There's the duel.
And they will get the kill. Winner, winner. Jonas Savant finally finds his first bit of damage.
Alliance had to go for that play, though. They're so far behind.
It looks like they still feel like they have to go for that play. Loda's trying to peck at them with his constant spam out. Jonas Savant is actually completely out of mana now. Only the Blade Mail maybe to defend himself. Nice Glimmer Cape out from Hanskin, which will actually allow him to live. His percentage chance, does that save Jonas Savant? Loda still has plenty of mana to throw lance after lance at him. And Bulldog comes in from the side to make it a lot easier. Right-hand side, Hanskin. Thought he was going to be good with that Glimmer Cape play earlier, but S4 actually picks up the kill. Now the buyback from the Legion Commander. No buyback on the Winter Wyvern. Jonas Savant is already back here, though. This could be do or die here for Alliance. Nip, make the jump in, but he's working it up. He can't actually lock down Loda. He's making the full escape. Era, though, just wiping through all these heroes. Gets two. Laguna Blade. Bye-bye, S4. And Loda, well, he was retreating before from Jonas Savant, is now going to be caught. That's going to be another duel. My Nuts at the very tail end of things joins the fight once again. Oh, this is all in from Alliance. If they lose this fight, they're done for. But it looks like they may actually be able to win it. Era slowed down. Phantom Lancer, they still have a snowball coming up soon. Walrus punch to the face. Era gets the save. Here from Press the Attack. Era now has to turn around, though, with the Sprout going out. Snowball on top of him. He's going to be going down here. Limp comes forward. No, Era's actually not dead yet. They can't actually put it up for dead damage. The Butterfly, he's not fluttered up, trying to get away. Bulldog at the same time will be able to escape from Limp. Back over. Era still alive thanks to Press the Attack. My Nuts has to make the retreat. Alliance just spent so much in those buybacks and aren't going to be able to win the fight. In fact, if anything, My Nuts is going to die a secondary time here. They've got the duel, slowing him down. Limp is here. Laguna Blade, not even necessary.
And Press the Attack. What
have to swap with Bulldog?
Oh.
He's actually gunning for it. Maybe he thinks that Nipper just going to 5-man down mid and go to like the top or bottom lane, but all he's doing right now is weakening up Roshan for Nip to take.
It was looking really weird at the beginning of that fight. Legion Commander jumped in without duel, but it all turned around when he got the duel onto Loda. Yeah, they committed so hard for those buybacks, and it's just, I don't like calling games over, but S4 gonna die.
Oh yeah, I mean you just committed so much there. S4's dead again. You don't want to call it early, but Alliance, they went all in. They went all in on that Roshan play, and now you're seeing what happens when you go all in and you lose. Nipper up by 20k. Have an Aegis, should easily be able to take this second laner Rax with plenty of time left on that Aegis.
High ground siege here. What left does Alliance have? I mean,
it's poke.
This S4, yeah, S4 has no items really besides the Orchid too. Even if he was alive, he couldn't do that much.
Yeah, so many situations where you just, if you're S4, you're sitting there going, I wish I had my BKB, because Selena Limp Boy, Limp just made so much space by being able to pick up S4 time and time again with his Wombo combo.
Yeah.
Now Duel, they can snatch Loda. Ooh, another nice snowball save. You gotta give credit to My Nuts. He's making the play, but Winter's Curse will control both him and Loda. Seems to be no escape. Not even the best of plays will allow Loda to survive. And there it is. Alliance call it. Snip will even up the series 1-1.
Bulldog dancing in the enemy fountain like it's nothing.
I didn't get that on camera, but...
Oh, it was pretty funny. He was taunting. Alright, he's like, we're gonna get you guys next game. It was looking kind of good for Alliance at the start of the game, wasn't it? I mean, they were up like 9-3, but then all of us...